the first Europeans who made their way to what became New England, the Pilgrims, and then following them, the Puritans. These were people who did intend to found their new society on Christian principles. There's no doubt about that. They did not come to America to create a pluralistic society where religious groups that differed from their own would have religious freedom. The most one can say is that they left England behind where they didn't have religious freedom to practice their version of Christianity according to their own interpretation of the Bible. They left all that behind to come to a place where they could have freedom for themselves. But they had no intention of extending it to any other group of Christians who disagreed with them. But the New England experiment failed for the same reason that it had failed in Old England. Because, what do you do if you have people in your society who disagree about something religiously? Well, you have to either exile those persons or you have to execute them. By the time that the founding fathers of our United States of America wrote the documents on which our nation is based, they had imbibed a different understanding than the Pilgrims and the Puritans. And their understanding came not from the Bible, but from the Enlightenment, that movement within Western civilization that began in the middle of the 17th century and came to full flower in the 18th century. And the Enlightenment argued that human society should not be based upon any religious principle, but solely on rational principles that are accessible to all people who are willing to use their reason fully. And so our nation, the United States, as distinct from whatever the Pilgrims and Puritans were trying to do, our nation, that was born July 4th, 1776, is decidedly not an explicitly Christian nation. That's what it means to have the disestablishment clause in the Constitution. Government shall make no law respecting an institution of religion or interfering with the free practice thereof. And that's why what the Christian nationalists are teaching about the historical origins of our nation is a vicious lie. And what's dangerous is that so many people believe it.